Hello, this is Sunday Anani,
Hello, my name is Oluwatimileyin.
and it is our 10th anniversary series.
Yeah.
And we thought to share a few things with you, and we are starting with mistakes that we made so far in these 10 years of marriage.
Yeah.
You know,
We didn't start off like this. We started off on we had high expectations, we were in love, we had said orishi while we were cutting, and we thought we were ready. Because when we got inside, we realized that, come on.
So when we first got married, a lot has happened in 10 years, and there have been mistakes, there have been corrections, there have been learnings, but we feel that
We have been Iwakua. Iwakiwa.
who
Eh?
who has the
Both
wakiwa?
of us now.
You and who?
Were you that perfect?
You
have not even still perfect.
I'm not even perfect, and I will not even be perfect in the next 50 years anyway. The idea is that we've made a lot of mistakes, but we have grown through the mistakes. So we feel that we should share some of these mistakes so that people will not just think, or viewers will not just think that, oh, these guys are just some perfect human beings. It's a lie.
Not just be seeing us through the lens of
It's a lie.
marriage counselors,
Yes.
and we've had our own times too.
A lot of those mistakes.
Yeah.
Your voice is down. Please raise it.
Yeah.
So today we want to talk about one assumption that we had that was a mistake that's really dealt with us in the early year of our marriage.
What was that assumption?
It was the assumption that because we were in love and our courtship was awesome, that the marriage was also just going to be fine. That was a very huge mistake.
We were so much in love. Maybe when in one of these series, you should bring out my diary. My diary holds a lot of the love that happened between the both of us. So we were truly in love. We were. They must shout now.
Okay.
I will get out too soon.
Okay, yeah.
We were truly in love. We were really in love. But
love is not just enough.
we were thinking, how did we arrive at that first?
At what?
How did you arrive at the fact that love is truly not enough?
Well, for us,
Because I know that in the early times of our marriage, there was a time that you held the opinion that love is enough. So what changed?
For us, we found out that love is not enough through practically living with each other. So because we loved each other and we still do, the courtship was really smooth. We had a lot of conversations. We just thought that it would just be a direct movement, conversion of courtship to marriage, and everything would just be smooth. We forgot the part that when you start living together as a couple, that closeness is already a source of conflict. So we didn't prepare for that. We lacked that skill. We lacked that understanding that getting to live with each other changes the coloration of our relationship entirely.
But how did we get to that point that we realized? Because we're coming from courtship, we're coming from a relationship that metamorphosed into marriage. So at the time that before we got married, we thought, love was enough. Yes, we had some very key conversations, and in our own thinking, we thought love was enough, right? So how did
did we really think love was enough? I don't think we had that mindset, as it were. We just felt that our courtship was good. We had so much conversations. We were very open.
No, you didn't think that love was not enough, right? But I thought love was enough.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah.
I think, maybe that was one of the issues we had. We got into the marriage and we now started having friction.
Wait, do I even know what I'm saying? I would not have thought that love should be enough and I'll still be asking the questions I was asking.
Yes,
I was asking you about your background. I was asking you about your family. I was asking you about you. I was putting some scenario questions to you. But then, in the real sense of it just looked like we just lacked some basic skills needed for family life.
Well,
or what do you think?
Well, I agree with you to some point, but again, we have to come to the realization that one thing that we did well was that we really talked well, but it doesn't erase the fact that when we started living together, it was a different ball game.
I mean, they follow talk. Yeah.
Do you understand? It doesn't mean that when we started living together, it was a different ball game entirely. Yes, we didn't understand how to manage that phase initially. So that was a mistake for us, and that's where preparation really comes in. And when I say preparation, I wish that So one thing I wish we have done that would have, catered for this early part, that we had these issues, was maybe we had a kind of a direct mentor that we are probably spoken to more directly, not just, doing, what we did, but, speaking directly to somebody that would be honest enough to tell us that, hey, you both love each other, but it does not mean such and such things may not come up. It does not mean that you won't, offend each other early in the marriage. It does not mean that you won't have conflicts that would look like you won't be able to cope with. So I feel that if you had had that kind of direct mentoring, it would help us a lot.
It
And
might not even be direct mentoring.
maybe a solely pre-marriage course.
You guess, because the pre-marriage course that we advocate for these days, we never had it. We didn't go through any of this, and then
At the depth at which it is.
we didn't do any. Now, did we do any premarital course?
Well, that's true. We didn't do.
We didn't do any premarital course.
So the lack of that.
Yeah, and then I also feel that we read marital books, we read books on marriage, but
Wait. How many books did you read? Which book did you read?
What did you say?
Now, me that I'll be telling you.
No, now.
Babe, read this book.
No. So the thing is, I've been reading books.
Before then, but during that courtship like this, it was as if you have arrived, like multi-married.
Like I don't sabi.
Like, and that thing happens today for singles.
Yeah.
When you're in courtship and we tell you, for example, we are already married, we tell you, hey, read this book or buy this book or attend this course.
Right,
programs. Programs, exactly.
Yes.
That feeling that the guy is good, the brother is nice, the sister is cool, just makes you think that everything will just go. So that was a mistake. My wife then, I'll tell her, read this book. Oh, she no go read down. Abi, did you read it? Confess.
Which one is read this book? How many books did you also read?
The book, at least the book we recommended to read during our courtship, the two books we recommended, they were given to us now. Did not finish it. Anyway, the point is that reading helps. And aside that, I think attending a pre-marriage course, if we had attended that kind of course, honestly, that we are doing today for singles, it would really help us.
Yes,
and
it would have helped in the beginning. Yeah, because it's a pre-marriage course, it's not an ongoing marital course. So yes, I believe it would have helped us. And so when did we realize that love was not enough? At what point?
Well, for me, I think at the point where we started having issues, and despite the fact that we thought we loved each other, right? So, and we really loved each other, but truth is that love has its own place, and other issues also have their own place. And if you don't master how to handle some of those issues, there is no way you'll be feeling the love as it were, and it does not mean that the love is not still there.
Yeah.
So for us.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, go on, man.
So someone said recently that it doesn't believe that a husband and wife should be having conflicts. And when the person that statement was said to told me this, we said, oh, it was just this understanding. But the truth of the matter is that I was there too in the early times of my marriage. I just believed that the person we talk say in love me.
First I said,
no suppose offend me.
I was one that offended her the most. And do you know why that happens?
Honestly,
the person that you live with as a spouse is the one that will offend you because they're the closest to you. Closeness.
So I didn't have that understanding.
She didn't have that understanding, and
I struggled with unforgiveness in our early marriage.
God,
because I just could not marry like this. That this one that said he loved me, he married me, he will not be offending me. Like say tomorrow no go come.
That's in depth with us, though.
No,
that's unforgiveness part.
No. Is it the unforgiveness you want to talk about? You not talk about the offenses that brought about the unforgiveness.
And the offenses were, of course, like we already said, that being close to each other will bring offenses.
They were part of.
So was a major
relational issues.
Relational issues will bring offenses. True. But my wife didn't want to just agree with the fact that this person that is my husband that loves me is the one now offending me.
So
And it wasn't.
Don't focus on my unforgiveness. Focus on your own offenses.
It wasn't, and the offenses were not actually intentional. But they were repetitive.
Right, yeah.
So
So when I understood that it was not deliberately doing it, they were actually maybe omission. He didn't know how to do better. And if I told him, because it was also very teachable, if I told him, he would do better. That was what I realized. And you know, sometimes also the gap between knowing what to do better, you've relearned something, then the gap between relearning that thing and establishing it and doing it,
there's a little gap in between. Right?
There might be lapses. There might be, okay, I forgot that this is how I'm supposed to do it. I've always been doing it in my 30-something years of life. Now I need to do it better in just maybe 3 months, 1 year. There might be slips.
Man, those days.
And those were what was happening.
Yeah.
Because can't be like, say, this man was made to offend my life.
And it was not so.
It
was not so, but eventually we got to a point where we mastered what exactly was happening.
Yes.
Wait, how many minutes lower?
8 minutes.
8 minutes. Okay. Should we go ahead and?
No, go ahead. No, not is our conflict.
Okay.
So
we what
were some of the offenses, Seth?
Now the question is, what are even some of those offenses? Can I even remember? Funny enough.
I cannot remember exactly what
yes, man.
Really.
But
I remember that you don't tell my papa before, say your pikin dey vex for you. You told my dad now like twice.
Let's say so.
Yeah, you will tell him that I've offended your daughter at this one like a good son-in-law.
I mean, not knowing that I was reporting myself, right?
Yeah, you were disturbing my father.
But I don't think I called him on a note of we're having problem. No.
It was just to
part of we are just having we're just having a phone call and I say I'm going to be see me your daughter is annoyed with me.
No. In those early times, you would call him to tell him what happened, and he would call me. There was a particular day that he called me. I was just the carry face for you. I said, and then he now called me early in the morning. I remember very well. I was in the compound.
Where were we then?
In our very first house.
Are you serious?
That was probably in 2017. We got married in 2016. So that day, I remember my daddy called me. And my daddy started, you know how Yorubas will be saying your oriki, trying to eulogize you, and mommy, I just busted into I just started crying. I couldn't help it. He was just saying, mommy, my daughter, my kenekon, my this and that. And it was just I just started crying. And really, even though my daddy was trying to package me, trying to like, okay, you see, your husband has accepted that he is at fault. Just forgive him. They were actually telling me to forgive him without really, really addressing the issue. The issue that caused it. So yes, in as much as we were getting back together, happily, the issues were still there.
Unaddressed.
Do you understand? Yeah, so it was more like an emotional packaging. Just package me like my daughter now. Don't worry.
Anyway, by the way, why did I find it easy to talk to dad at that time? It's because
my dad was unbiased.
Very unbiased. I needed to make that point. Our dad, that's my father-in-law, is a very, very unbiased person. And I need to make this clarification because so that somebody will not think, okay, something happened, I can call my wife's dad or my
husband's dad.
No. I did so because the dad, even till now, is a very unbiased person. If my wife is the one that is wrong, dad will tell him that dad will tell her that come, this is what you have done, you are wrong. He's not a person that that takes sides. He doesn't take sides. He's just interested in us, and that's kind of person. In fact, I can't even remember
in the marriage. Yes, I was outside though. I remember very well. It was a phone call and I was just crying.
But it helped us in some way.
Me, yeah. It helped us another time, it was when you told our pastor that we were having issues. So what happened that day?
The one in the church?
Yes.
Okay.
So what happened? Can you try and recollect what happened?
Yeah. So that day something happened. It was a Saturday. We wanted to go and see my dad. my dad,
Oh yeah.
somewhere in Lagos. So
Ah.
we were in the bus, and then I did something that she didn't like at all. She was really annoyed. She was so annoyed with me. Well, we went ahead, we saw my dad.
I still remember vividly.
I can also remember. I won't go into the details. It was so annoying. I remember now. I'm like, oh Sunday, why did you do this?
You see that not the issue. Can you see?
I'm also not the issue. The issue was the issue.
Who is the issue of the issue?
I was just contributing to the issue. Wait,
Storage is low, but it's still recording.
Let's put it around. So she was really annoyed. We still went. I visited my dad. So the following day was a Sunday, and then she was still annoyed because I had apologized. Then I would apologize because of the unforgiveness issue until she later adjusted. I would apologize. She would say Motigbo, but that Motigbo, I've heard you. Nothing has changed though. Until the following day, it was a Sunday. Me, I put church on my head.
I don't go church.
So I said, let's go to church. She said she was not going. I went to the church.
I didn't go to church.
And then my pastor saw me. We're a young couple. So my pastor saw me and asked for my wife. Where's the wife? I said, and I couldn't lie too. So I just told her that I told him rather that she was at home. And from there, he needed to know more what's happening. Eventually, I opened up that we had an issue. That's why she didn't come. To cut the long story short, he told me to call her. We were living close to the church, and then my wife came, and he told us.
I think we will talk about this in
my
depth.
sister. I'm link him on.
Okay.
So he called my wife. My wife came in, and then he had a very, very long conversation with us. And I think that was the beginning of a major change for us,
In
isn't
our
it?
marriage, yes. It's
Go ahead now and say it.
So that was the second time that someone will be mediating in our, not the second time, the second person that will be mediating in our marriage.
And that was the beginning of a very massive change in our marriage.
We resolved conflicts. So we're going to be talking about the details of exactly what the pastor told us, what we did, and how it has changed everything about our life till now. It has really changed
everything.
So we're going to be talking about that in the second video, because remember we said we're going to be talking about 10 mistakes we made in this marriage. 10 mistakes we've made.
And I made only one of those mistakes. The 9 mistakes are from her.
You're hungry. You're hungry. So I remember there was a time I went to go and sit beside a busy road, very busy road.
Leave that story for the next video.
So see you in the next video.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for staying to the end.
Please leave your comments.
Remember to subscribe
to this channel.
And invite your friends so that they also learn from our mistakes. You don't have to experience what we experience.
Exactly.
You can learn from our experiences and use it to make your own relationship better.
Thank you. Bye for now.